Well, we went on down to Borough to see if we could score some goals. We scored 3 of them in the end, like. And Fellaini's basically Paul's goals. Borough had a good second half, though. And we struggled to pass the ball. Antonio's come up with the goods at the end, though. And now we're above those mugs, Arsenal. Come on, my son, get in there, you beauties. Hey, everyone, it's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Thanks for tuning in and joining me for the post-match reaction for the Middlesbrough vs Man United game that's just finished 3-1 to the Red Devils away from home at the Riverside in the Premier League to take us to 5th place in the Premier League above those Melt the Gooners, who have now dropped down into 6th. We're 2 points ahead of them. We're 3 points behind the Scousers now with a game in hand. So you best believe we are right back in the charge for those top 4 spots. A stunning result in the end, a stunning victory, and a decent performance from United in the first half, I would say, was our best spell. Marcus Rashford's had a couple of really good key chances. If not for Victor Valdez in the goal there, he could have got himself on the score sheet today. Definitely. I loved him leading the line. I love the fact he can just get balls in behind the defence, and he's going to play on that last man and just, with his pace, create chances for himself, get one-on-one or go wide and then whip things in for his teammates. Marcus Rashford's got a very bright future. We've not seen a lot of him because Zlatan Ibrahimovic has been the main man for us this season, but it just goes to show you what we can expect to see from Marcus Rashford in the future. He's got so much pace. He's such a great player to play if you've got a direct sort of style, which is what we were doing today. If you've noticed, Middlesbrough had a far more possession, but you don't need possession to win games. I always used to say this under the Louis van Gaal days when we just pass it around with no real meaning. Middlesbrough had so much possession, they didn't do a whole lot with it. You know, their best spells came from the few chances where they got balls into the box to Negredo, and Negredo's just tried to make things happen with his big Spanish noggin. Other than that, they didn't create an awful lot. And that's what you mean. That's what I'm saying. You need to be direct, and that's what we were. When we got the ball, we counter-attacked quickly, and we made it count. We got Marcus Rashford in behind one-on-one numerous times. Victor Valdez, that old traitor, popped up and made a couple of stunning saves in the first half. But in the end, did you see, right at the end there, he's done a Steven Gerrard. He's slipped and he's just gifted Antonio Valencia the winner at the end there. So have some of that, Victor Valdez. But generally, I thought it was a decent first half performance from Man United. The second half performance I thought was quite poor, really. I thought Middlesbrough bossed the second half, really. And they did get a comeback goal, of course, after Jesse Lingard's goal, which I'll talk about now, actually. I forgot about Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard's overall performance was really good today, I thought. I thought he's, you know, in terms of creativity, in terms of creating things for his teammates, he was very good indeed. His general ability on the ball was on display today. He's coming for a bit of criticism recently because he doesn't do it consistently enough, and that's true. But today he did perform, he did create, and did you see that stunning goal he scored? It was absolutely fantastic. He's just rifled it into the top right-hand corner. Stunning finish, stunning strike from Jesse Lingard. Much more of that I want to see, thank you very much, Jesse. But gave us the 2-0 cushion, and then we've allowed Middlesbrough back into it with a bit of absolutely shoddy defending. Chris Smalling, pal, what are you doing? What are you doing, Chris? Should be clearing that one away, but he doesn't. And Middlesbrough, they got themselves right back into the game. And it looked like after that moment, they could potentially come back and get the draw because they were the ones who were making things happen. They were the ones who were getting the ball into the box and they had the possession. So it was a little bit of a ropey second half, actually, from Manchester United. We did have our chances here and there, but generally a bit of a ropey performance. But it didn't really matter in the end there, thanks to Victor Valdez having a complete Steven Gerrard at the end there and slipping up and just allowing Antonio Valencia through on goal to put it in the back of the net. But I must say, Antonio Valencia, I was so happy to see that because he's been one of United's best players this season. He put in a good performance today. And at the end there, that's just sheer Antonio Valencia. That is what he does. He just never gives up. He's just driven the ball forward. I was thinking he was going to switch play to Marcio over the other side of the pitch. He's just looking to take it towards the corner flag. The ball somehow ended up going to Victor Valdez, and Victor Valdez got all the time in the world ready. He dawdles on it, and then he just slips over. It was absolutely hilarious. And then Antonio Valencia's got clean through, and he's got an absolute sitter, just walks it into the back of the net. But great to see him getting on the score sheet because what he brings to the team week in, week out is invaluable. He has been one of our best players this season, and that just completely killed the game there after a really good Middlesbrough fight back at the end. So fair play to Middlesbrough. I thought they had a really good performance today against us, especially in that second half. They looked really good. And their style of play has changed already from when they had Korenka. You know, the possession aspect of it, they looked really comfortable on the ball. They didn't create an awful lot with it. But still, they're probably going down though, aren't they? Let's be honest, Middlesbrough are probably going down. But we almost did get done by the sacking manager curse, because teams always play better after they got rid of the manager. It seems to be the case anyway, and that almost happened today. But there we go, 3 goals from United here. The main thing is that we've leapfrogged Arsenal, who lost 3-1 yesterday to West Brom. Come on, you beauty. It's hilarious to me. It just makes me laugh. But there you go. We've beaten Middlesbrough. We are now in 5th place, and we're going to be in 4th place very soon. I think the goal difference isn't in our favour, even if we do win that game in hand. But we'll still be right back in with the mix, finishing in those top 4 spaces, which is what we need to do. It's all well and good. We can win the Europa League. But I think at this stage now, we're just as likely, if not more likely, to get those top 4 spaces. We just need to keep winning games. Our form has been ridiculously good, really, over the season. Since that Chelsea loss where we lost 4-0, I don't think we've lost any league games. We've only lost a couple of games. And we've been on just a much better upturn in form and the style they're playing, the way we've been playing our football since Jose's come in. So, positive times ahead. This is, good for United. We've got a bit of silverware this season with the Mickey Mouse Cup. We're still in the Europa League for another bit of Mickey Mouse European silverware, and also to qualify us for the Champions League. And we're still in with a shout of qualifying for the Champions League this season. I think with the players we've got, a couple of great additions to the side, and Manchester United are right up there challenging for everything next season. Don't even judge Jose on this season. It's a rebuilding season. It's a transitional season. Let's see what happens next season after we've brought in a couple of stunning worldies. Anyway, I'm just going to read through a couple of comments here, a couple of questions, get some comments in. Adhel says, I really do believe we can finish 2nd. I totally agree with you, mate. I don't see why not. If we keep this form up, the teams above us do seem to be faltering. Recently, City have faltered, Liverpool have faltered, Arsenal have faltered. So there's a lot of opportunities for Manchester United to capitalise on the teams above us making mistakes. We just need to do that and keep winning these games. It seems that we've got that curse of drawing against teams that we should be beating out of our system for a little while now. We've just beaten Middlesbrough today. A little while ago, that would have been a bloody draw. So things are looking better for United, 100%. Someone commented here, I can't see your name, it's just finished saying Valdez is always a red. Fair play to, Victor Valdez. Didn't work out for him at Manchester United. He put in a really good performance against us today for most of the game there. And of course at the end there, always a red, as you say, helping us out. Nice one, Victor. Thanks very much, pal. Mellow Fellow says, how do you feel about the 5-3-2 formation used? I mean, it seems to work well with the likes of Young and Valencia, because those sort of players getting up and down those flanks, and then you've got a reasonably solid back line with all a bit of pace and good aerial ability. So I think it's quite solid. In certain games we counter-attack, you want to just play direct and maybe not have most of the possession and move the ball forward quickly. I don't know, it seemed to do quite well. I thought Ashley Young looked really good down the left. That ball he got in, cut back inside, put the ball into Marouane Fellaini was absolutely brilliant. And let me just talk about Fellaini, actually. I didn't even talk about him. The Belgian Zinedine Zidane's popped up with an unbelievable header at the back stick, guided into the goal. Wonderful pass from Ashley Young, but also equally brilliant finish from Marouane. You can't deny his heading ability is brilliant. He's coming for a lot of criticisms. Well, like I was saying recently, he's been one of our better players, I would say, in terms of having an impact. Pretty decent, very useful squad player to have. These are the sort of games when you need your Ashley Youngs, you need your Marouane Fellaini's, let some of the other players have a bit of a rest, but also they're to a good standard. They're not world-class players, but they're to a good standard, good squad players. So there you go. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't overly impressed with his creative outlet, but he's generally a very awkward player. He's a good hold-up man. He's strong, good defensively, good for set pieces, both attacking-wise and defending. So he's a useful player to have around. Lemon Eric says, what do you think of Smalling and Jones at the back? I thought they were terrible. Very ropey indeed, mate. That's the problem. It is, Smalling, especially, I thought, he's got to be clearing that away. That chance, that's a goal given away by just a silly mistake, and you can't be doing that at that level. He's made the wrong choice, should be kicking it away with his other foot. I don't know what the hell Chris Smalling's doing. Phil Jones has been good so far this season, but lately, last couple of games, he looks a bit ropey. Still not sure if he's Manchester United calibre and class, really, I would like to see us go out there and sign a real world-class centre-back, somebody like a Mats Hummels or a Sergio Ramos, or, I know this is all wishful thinking, but somebody like that to come in who's got the experience and that you can build your team around. So you need a good spine. You really do need a good spine. We've got Pogba in the middle there. I'm hoping is going to be the good sort of middle vertebrae in that spine. Zlatan up top. and you need a real world-class man at the back there. So I hope somebody's going to come in this summer. But in terms of squad players, I think they're great. I think they're great to have around. You need your John O'Shea's, you need your Wes Browns, you need those sorts of players. Anyway, 7 Pikachu says Smalling has to go in the summer. Agree. I don't know if we're going to bring in another top quality centre back, then somebody's got to go, and it's not going to be Bailey. It's probably not going to be Jones because Mourinho seems to favour him. So yes, I think you might be right. Maybe Chris Smalling is going to be going back to Fulham or something, or maybe not that harsh because they're a Championship side. But you know what I mean. He is a good player, but maybe just not quite consistent enough at the level that we need him to be at for Manchester United. That pretty much wraps it up. I'm going to leave it there, but thank you for tuning in for this live match reaction for the Middlesbrough vs United game. We've beaten them 3-1 in the end. Fortunate, you could argue, that Antonio Valencia's managed to kill their fight back off, but we've done that in the end anyway. I just want to say thanks very much for tuning in. Make sure you do smash a big old juicy like on this video, and make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed to the channel. If you've not seen, the name's changed from Mr. Flying Pig HD to Flying Pig United. So just in case you're a little bit confused, it is the same channel. Just keep a lookout for this beautiful mug, and that will tell you that it's the same. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Follow me on social media at Mr. Flying Pig HD, which will soon be changing to Flying Pig United. It's all very freaking confusing, isn't it? Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Come on, United, we march on. Have some of that, Gooners. Have some of that, Middlesbrough. We're coming for you, you dirty Scousers. And I'll see you very soon. Come on, United!